You thought this posting was a joke at first, a clinic at the edge of everything. They called it Terminus, a place for busted pilots and forgotten souls. It was the perfect place to disappear, to forget the fires and the screams, the work that you had done. The past is a ghost, a failure you can never outrun. Here, your skills were for simple things: mending broken limbs of asteroid miners, curing the space sickness of long-haul traders. It was an honest, quiet penance. You clean a sterilization tool. The clinic is silent around you. Just the hum of the life support system and the whisper of the recycled air. Outside the main viewport, nothing. A deep, starless black that swallowed the light. This was the withering void, a section of space where stars were dying. No one knew why. They just knew to stay away. You chose to run toward it. It seemed fitting. A klaxon suddenly screams through the quiet. A proximity alert. Something is approaching Terminus, fast. You move to the viewport, your heart a cold knot. No one ever comes this deep, not unless they are hopelessly lost, or desperately running from something. You see it then. A ship of impossible design. It is not made of metal or any substance you know. It seems woven from captured starlight, and it is badly damaged, bleeding light into the void. The ship doesn't try to dock. It simply crashes. A silent, graceful impact on the landing pad. The emergency systems seal the bay. You grab your medical kit. Your hands are steady, a doctor's hands, but your mind is racing. That ship is not from this galaxy. Its technology is far beyond anything you have ever seen. You override the quarantine protocol. A life is in danger. That is all that matters now. The bay door hisses open. The air fills with the scent of ozone and burning light. The ship is a wreck of fractured, glowing filaments. In the center of the wreckage lies the pilot. It is a being of living energy, a swirling vortex of soft, white light. It pulses weakly on the deck. Its form flickers, a candle about to go out. You approach it slowly. Your medical scanner is useless here. How do you treat a creature made of light? The being shimmers. A voice enters your mind, not with words, but with pure meaning. It is a voice of immense age and great sorrow. Healer, we are the Lux. My ship is broken. My body is fading. But I must deliver my message. You kneel beside the wounded messenger. You feel its pain as a cold dread in your own soul. You project a thought back. I am a doctor. How can I help you? The light flickers more intensely. You cannot heal this vessel. It is just a shell. But you must hear my warning. Images flood your consciousness. Not pictures, but experiences. You see entire solar systems go dark. You witness stars, great, powerful suns, wink out of existence, one after another, like candles in a cosmic wind. A sickness is consuming the galaxy, a plague that eats light and leaves only cold and silence. They call it the silent shadow. It is a blight that spreads from star to star. It leaves behind dead worlds and shattered civilizations. The being shows you its home world, a planet orbiting a triple star system, a place of breathtaking beauty, now a frozen tomb. The Lux, beings of light, are fading with their stars. Their entire species is on the brink of extinction. Their plea is a desperate, final hope. Our science is vast, the Lux projects. We are masters of energy and light. But we cannot fight this. It is not a natural phenomenon. It is a shadow that thinks, a hunger that hunts. The being shows you why it sought you out. In the grand galactic archives, a legend persisted. A species from a forgotten corner of the galaxy. a people who mastered the art of mending flesh and bone, a race that understood sickness in its very essence. Humanity. Your kind understands mortality, the Lux explains. You live with decay and disease. You fight it with a unique brilliance. Our star science has failed. Your medical knowledge is our last hope. You stand up, the weight of the revelation pressing down. You are just one doctor, hiding at the end of the universe. What can you possibly do against a plague that kills sons? It sounds like a request for a god, not a broken man. You tell the Lux this. You explain your limitations. A doctor of flesh, not of fusion. But the being of light persists. The shadow is not just draining energy. It is rewriting the laws of our star science. It mimics a biological infection, a virus on a cosmic scale. This gives you a sliver of an idea, a terrible, dangerous thought you had buried long ago. You turn and walk toward your private study. The Lux's light pulses weakly behind you, a silent, hopeful plea. You open a secure file on your terminal. It is encrypted with layers of quantum locks. The file is labeled Project Chimera. It was your life's work, before the accident, before you buried it and ran away. Your research was into retroviruses, the way they rewrite genetic code. You theorized it could be weaponized, a way to cure genetic diseases at their source. The project was deemed too dangerous, unethical, a violation of natural order. Your superiors ordered it destroyed. They said you were playing God. You secretly kept the data, a monument to your own hubris. Now, staring at the screen, you see it. A forgotten human medical protocol, a dangerous key to fighting the star sickness. It was designed to reprogram cells. What if you could reprogram the plague? A cold shiver runs down your spine. The theory is insane. To adapt a biological protocol to a cosmic scale. To treat a dying star as a living patient. It would require technology you do not possess. It would require a journey into the heart of the decay. Into the very systems the silent shadow has consumed. The Lux's voice fills your mind again. We can provide the vessel. We can guide you. But only you can wield the cure. You look back at the fading light being. Its existence is a testament to a galaxy far beyond your own. You came here to run from your past, to hide from the consequences of your ambition. Now, a dying messenger offers you a terrible choice. Stay here in your quiet exile, or embrace the monster you once were. Use your forbidden knowledge to save a galaxy. The decision is surprisingly easy to make. Your penance was never about hiding. It was about waiting for a chance to atone. You agree to go. The Lux pulses with a soft, grateful light. It tells you its name. I am Oriel. You learn that the journey will be perilous. The withering void is not just empty. It is actively hostile. The dying stars create gravitational anomalies. The darkness itself seems to press in on the mind. Oriel's damaged form is too weak to pilot alone. You will have to interface with its ship directly. A human mind linked to a vessel of light. Another impossibility you must face. You spend 2 days preparing. Oriel instructs you on the ship's systems. You load your medical supplies, mostly out of habit. What use are scalpels against a dying star? You also load your research, the Forbidden Chimera Protocol. As you work, you and Oriel talk. It tells you of the Galactic Council, a gathering of the oldest species. They reside at the galactic core, a place of unimaginable power. They are the ones who must be convinced. Oriel's ship cannot be repaired, but its core is intact. Oriel can merge its consciousness with your clinic systems. It will transform your small station into a vessel, a hybrid of human and Lux technology. It is a desperate, brilliant plan. For a moment, you almost laugh. You came here in a standard medical freighter. You might leave in a star-faring miracle. It seems your luck is finally changing, or getting much, much worse. The transformation is breathtaking. Filaments of light erupt from Oriel's form. They weave through the clinic's corridors. They merge with the power conduits and the navigation systems. Your small, sterile station becomes something more, something alive. The exterior viewports show the change. The metallic hull is now covered in glowing, intricate patterns. You have a new ship. You name it, the Oath, a promise you intend to keep. The journey begins. You leave Terminus behind. The withering void opens before you. It is a place of profound emptiness. The silence is a physical presence. Oriel's light is a comforting glow in the cockpit. The strange new companion is your only anchor. The first few days are a trial by fire. A sudden gravimetric shear nearly tears the ship apart. You have to manually reroute power. Your hands fly across controls made of solid light. You learn to trust Oriel completely. The Lux being is your pilot, your navigator, and your historian. It shares with you the history of the galaxy, of the ancient races and their endless cycles of peace and war. You see empires rise and fall like embers from a fire. It is a humbling and terrifying perspective. Your own human history is but a single heartbeat in this grand, cosmic story. One that is about to end if you fail. You push deeper into the void. The dying stars are a haunting sight. They are not black holes. They are pale, withered husks, still radiating a faint, sickly light. Oriel calls them ghost suns. You see the remnants of civilizations around them, shattered planets and silent space stations. Billions of lives extinguished. The scale of the devastation is hard to comprehend. It fuels your resolve. You will not let this shadow consume everything. Finally, after weeks that feel like years, you emerge. You are at the galactic core. It is a stark contrast to the void, a blinding nexus of billions of stars. Countless ships move in silent, perfect harmony. In the center is the Council's citadel, a structure so vast it bends space-time around it. This is the heart of the galaxy, and you are here to plead for its life. Oriel sends the Council a message, a request for an audience. A human doctor has come to offer a cure. The response is swift and cold. The Galactic Council does not recognize primitive species. Your presence is an anomaly. State your purpose and depart. You see the prejudice in their words. To them, humanity is a footnote, a young race from the galactic rim. What could you possibly offer that their ancient star science could not? Oriel warns you. The Council is proud, arrogant. They will not be easily swayed by a strange little human. You are granted an audience. But it is a formality, a dismissal they must perform publicly. The Oath docks at the Citadel. The air hums with power you can feel in your teeth. You walk alone to the Council chamber. Oriel cannot manifest a physical form here. You are the sole representative of your plan. The chamber is immense. Beings of every conceivable form are seated before you. Some are crystalline, some are gaseous, some are biological nightmares. At the center is the Elder, One, the head of the Council, a being of immense psychic presence. Its thoughts feel like mountains pressing on your own. You are the human, it projects. The voice is ancient and dismissive. You claim a cure for the silent shadow, a plague that has baffled our greatest minds for centuries. Explain this absurdity. You take a breath. You are not just a doctor anymore. You are an advocate for the impossible. You explain your theory, the Chimera Protocol, the idea of treating a star like a biological organism. You use simple terms. You avoid the complex math. You try to bridge the gap between their star science and your medicine. They listen in stony silence. Their skepticism is a palpable force. When you finish, the chamber erupts, not in sound, but in a wave of derisive psychic energy, laughter from 1,000 ancient minds. Preposterous, projects a being of pure geometric shapes. The stars are not alive. They are engines of fusion. Your biology is irrelevant. Another council member, a towering insectoid, clicks its mandibles. The human proposes to inject a star with medicine. It is the fantasy of a child. The elder, one, raises a single, multi-jointed appendage. The chamber falls silent. We have indulged this primitive long enough. The archives are sealed. Your request for assistance is denied. They see you as a fool, a charlatan from an unimportant world. They are blind to the possibility that a different perspective could hold the key. You are dismissed, escorted from the chamber like a troublesome pest. Oriel's voice returns to your mind as you walk back to your ship. I warned you. Their pride is their undoing. But you are not defeated. You are a scientist. If they will not give you access to their knowledge, you will take it. You know you cannot hack their systems directly. The Citadel's security is absolute. But the Council has a weakness, its own history. Oriel tells you of the Great Archives, a repository of all knowledge. It is guarded, but not impregnable. There are hidden pathways, forgotten data streams from older, less secure eras. Oriel can guide you through them. It will be dangerous. If you are caught, it means more than just imprisonment. It means the end of your mission. That night, you begin your infiltration. Oriel connects your mind to the Citadel's network. You are a ghost in their machine, a human consciousness swimming in an ocean of alien data. The experience is disorienting. You see star charts that map the birth of the galaxy. You read the genetic code of species that died out millions of years ago. The sheer volume of information is overwhelming. But you have a specific target. Data on the silent shadow. You find what you are looking for in a dusty, forgotten corner of the archive. A section labeled Anomalous Extinction Events. The Council has been studying the plague for far longer than they admitted. Centuries of failed research, dead-end theories. But among the failures, you find a pattern. The silent shadow doesn't just drain stars. It changes them on a fundamental level. It leaves behind a unique energy signature. A signature that feels chillingly familiar. You cross-reference the signature with your own research. The Forbidden Chimera Protocol. The match is perfect. It is not a coincidence. The plague is not a natural disease. It is a weapon, an artificial extinction event, engineered with terrifying precision. And the signature, the calling card of its creator, is a twisted, corrupted version of your own work. The work you thought you had buried forever. The realization hits you like a physical blow. You are not just the galaxy's potential savior. You are connected to its damnation. Someone stole your research. They twisted your dream of healing into a nightmare of destruction. The ghost of your past is no longer a memory. It is a galaxy-killing plague, and it bears your name. You feel the weight of every dead star, every extinguished life, settling on your shoulders. It is a burden you must now carry. Oriel senses your shock. What have you found? It asks. You explain the terrible truth. The connection between your past work and the silent shadow. For the first time, You feel Oriel's light flicker with something akin to fear. Who would do this? It projects. Who would steal a dream of healing and forge it into a weapon of such horror? You have a sickening suspicion. There was only one other person with access to your research. Your former mentor. A brilliant but ruthless scientist named Dr. Eris Thorne. You thought he died in the lab fire. The same fire you barely escaped. The event that led to your exile. Now you believe he staged his own death. He took your research and vanished. He must be the one behind this. The architect of the Silent Shadow. You have a new mission. It is no longer just about delivering a cure. It is about hunting down the man who unleashed this horror. You must find his hidden fortress, the source of the plague. Oriel helps you search the archives again. You look for any trace of Thorne, any hint of his activities after his supposed death. You find a series of encrypted transactions, a trail of shell corporations and black market technology purchases. It all leads to one place, a rogue planet deep within the uncharted nebulae, a sector of space even the Council avoids. It is a perfect hiding place, a fortress world where Thorne could perfect his terrible weapon. The journey to the rogue planet is a grim, silent affair. The truth of your connection to the plague has changed you. The weight of your past failure is heavier than ever. Oriel tries to comfort you. It reminds you that your work was stolen, that its purpose was twisted, but the guilt remains, a cold, hard knot in your chest. You are the man whose ideas are killing the galaxy. Can you truly be the one to save it? You arrive at the rogue planet. It is a dark, forbidding world, shrouded in a perpetual storm of ionized gas. Scanners are useless. You have to descend blind. The oath groans under the atmospheric pressure. Oriel's light is the only thing illuminating the swirling darkness outside. You find a single, massive structure on the planet's surface. A fortress carved from black, volcanic rock. It is a place of profound evil. You can feel it. You land the oath a safe distance away and proceed on foot. The air is thin and smells of sulfur. The fortress looms before you, a monument to one man's monstrous ego. There are no guards, no visible defenses. Thorne is arrogant. He believes no one could ever find him here. Or perhaps he wants you to find him. A final, twisted reunion between a mentor and his student. You find an unlocked entrance and step inside. The fortress is a laboratory, a twisted mirror of your old research facility. Cages line the walls, but they are not for animals. They contain miniature stars, captured and held in containment fields. They are all infected with the Silent Shadow, writhing in silent agony. This is Thorne's testing ground. You see his notes scribbled on data pads. He is not just spreading the plague, he is refining it, making it more efficient, more lethal. In the center of the main lab, you find it, the source of the plague, a massive bioforge, a machine that manufactures the Silent Shadow virus on an industrial scale. And floating in a stasis field at its heart is a living being, a member of a species you have never seen before, a creature of immense psychic potential. Thorne is using its mind as a biological processor, a living computer to control his weapon. This innocent being is the engine of the galaxy's destruction. A voice echoes from the shadows, dry and filled with a cold amusement. So the prodigal student returns. Dr. Thorne steps into the light. He is older, scarred, but his eyes hold the same ruthless intelligence you remember. "I knew you would come eventually," he says. "Your moral compass was always so predictably noble." He gestures to the captive being. "Meet the chorus, the source of my masterpiece." and the key to your cure. Thorn explains his monstrous logic. He saw your research not as a tool for healing, but as the ultimate weapon, a way to impose order on a chaotic galaxy, to wipe the slate clean. He captured the last member of a telepathic species, the Chorus. He is using its powerful mind to amplify and direct the silent shadow. To cure the plague, the Chorus must be freed, but its mind is now intertwined with the weapon. To release it would unleash a final, catastrophic wave of the plague, a wave that would consume the galactic core itself. There is another way. Your Chimera protocol can be used to create a counter-virus, a cure, but it needs a biological catalyst of immense power to be broadcast across the galaxy. It needs the Chorus. To save billions, you must use the Chorus as a living broadcast antenna. The process will overload its mind. It will destroy the last member of an innocent species. The awful price of the cure is a choice on a galactic scale. Condemn one innocent soul to save countless worlds. Thorn smiles, a cruel, knowing grin. This is the ultimate test, my student. To save the galaxy, you must become a monster, just like me. He believes you are incapable of such a choice, that your morality is your weakness. He turns to a console, preparing to trigger another wave of the plague. He has underestimated you. You are no longer the naive student he once knew. You have seen the cost of his ambition. You have carried the weight of dead sons. You make your choice. There is no other way. You inject your counter-virus into the bioforge. You calibrate it to use the Chorus as its amplifier. The creature in the stasis field turns its sorrowful eyes toward you. It understands. It knows the sacrifice it must make. A single psychic tear rolls down its alien cheek. You feel its silent forgiveness, a forgiveness you do not deserve. The weight of this decision is yours alone. Thorn lunges at you, realizing what you have done. But he is too late. The bioforge activates. A wave of pure, healing energy erupts from the Chorus. It is a beautiful, terrible sight. A nova of life. The fortress trembles as the cure is unleashed. The wave expands at the speed of light. Across the galaxy, the silent shadow begins to recede. The dying stars stabilize. Their sickly light grows bright and healthy once more. The galaxy watches, unaware of the cost of its salvation. The energy feedback from the cure overloads the fortress systems. The structure begins to collapse. Thorn is consumed by a torrent of his own corrupted data. A fitting end for a man who tried to rewrite creation. Oriel's voice screams in your mind. We must leave. Now. You run. You don't look back at the dying Chorus. You cannot bear to see the price of your victory. You board the Oath and escape just as the fortress implodes, taking the rogue planet with it. You are hailed as a hero, the healer of a galaxy. The Galactic Council, humbled and ashamed, offers you a place of honor among them. They sing your praises. They build statues in your image. But you refuse it all. You cannot celebrate a victory that feels so much like a defeat. The ghosts of your choice will haunt you forever. The memory of the Chorus, the single silent tear, the awful price of salvation. That is your true reward. You return to your quiet clinic at the edge of space. Terminus. The withering void is no longer withering. The stars are bright again. The galaxy is mended. But you are not. You are a guardian now, a solitary watchman in the mended stars. You continue to heal the broken pilots and the forgotten souls. It is a small, quiet penance, but it is yours. Your watch is eternal, your burden unseen. And some nights, when the silence is deepest, you think you can still hear a faint, psychic echo. a song of sacrifice from a chorus of one.